So, Samuel, the first question is for you. How were you approached for this film, and how did the casting process go as well?
Um, it was a weird way because it was the very beginning of COVID. So all the casting was on Zoom. We will be able to be in the same room only to start rehearsal, 2 weeks before shooting. So it was a complicated process with us looking for a lot of young actors. And then when we find and met Woody, we had to make rehearsal on Zoom with Lizzy, with Antony. So it was a complicated process, but what I looked for an actor that plays all the thing in present, in the way, and it's what Woody do. So it's why we had worked together, and it was great. And another part with Lizzy and Antony, we were looking a place of work, as I said, a kind of weird level of fiction, something not real, something a little bit too weird, a little green thing. So we really worked on that since the rehearsal, since the beginning. So the process of casting was made with that with this idea in our head.
And Woody, this is for you. You were amazing in this film, but how was it like working with Lizzy, Cleo, and Antony and all of the cast in this? Because everybody was just fantastic, especially Cleo and Lizzy and Antony were just brilliant. So how was it like working with them on set?
It was really fun. Obviously, working with people who have been in the industry as long as Lizzy and Antony has. I think it's also like a lesson in acting. That's what I get from like every job I do. I like to pick up on things that other actors do and kind of make like a whole arsenal of stolen techniques from other actors.
And Samuel, how was it like filming this film? There's quite a few good jump scares in here. So is it difficult as a director to kind of get that jump scare before you actually watch the film yourself?
Yeah, it was, it's always complicated to do scary thing on set because all those scary things are, it's only doors moving by itself or this kind of thing. So on set, it's never scary, you just have, little lines and move the door and move. So you have to work on a mood on set, to be sure that everyone is in that weird, creepy thing. And after that, you really have to take your time. I think it's really the key to have a shot list very precise, to take your time and to be playful. You have, to mischief the audience always, and you have to play with that a lot. That's really the big lines. And the other thing is that it has to be scary on paper. If it's not scary on paper, it will not be scary on film. And we had the chance to have a cool script with cool scares already in it. So I follow them. And after that, and Woody can say that to you, I can say that. I move a lot on a set and I scream a lot. And, so when you need a jump scare, I'm behind to scream, it's now, this kind of thing.
And this is for both of you as well. How was it like knowing that you had Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg as producers on this, and how hands-on were they with the production of this film?
Well, Seth was never on set. He was always not on set. I don't know what else. He's always not on set. But it still kind of felt like almost a good version of pressure in a way, just to like, Seth Rogen's a producer, so make it a good film.
And Sam, how about you?
That's so true. It's the same. I never saw them directly. I work really with James Weaver and Joshua Fagan and Andrew Childs. But what was cool is that we feel the, how I can say that in English, they trusted us a lot, and we felt that a lot. They really gave us the liberty of expression that we need, and that we needed, and it was always kind of a good force, you know, behind the movie, and it was always in the good direction. And it doesn't happen every time. And so it was pretty, on that film, I really felt that. And it was my first feature film. It was my first experience with American producers, American studio. And I can say that all the process of the movie, I felt, you know, they were all supportive and going on that direction. And it was always creative. And it was always a creative power that was important. So it's a very cool thing, I think.
And Sam, I didn't realize this was your first feature film. So I got to say, you look like a vet behind the camera making this movie. So it was very good on that end as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
And this is for both of you as well. We know Lizzy, Antony, Cleo, and Woody are all fantastic in this film. But what are some other actors people should look for in this film with like performances and kind of people that kind of steal scenes here and there from in Cobweb?
I think I don't even know if this is an answer to your question, but I just hope it's effective, really. I think that's all you can do as an actor. Oh my God, what was the question?
Who else besides the main cast give great performances in this that people should look out for?
How do I get that answer? I think everyone who worked on the film gave a really good performance, and especially, you know, Luke Bussey, and everyone else just really gave what the film needed.
Yeah, I agree with Woody on that. And what was very cool, it was the main cast on one end and all the other part. And for me, it's kind of a family of work. But everyone takes that way. So we are here to tell a weird little story, and we have to be playful because we don't play the reality, the grounded reality. It's not, you know, horror, dark or grounded movie. There is a fairy tale or a lullaby thing in it, and every actor takes that by heart, and even all the small parts wanted to play that not reality thing. And it's not an easy thing to do, you know, because you have to trust the process, you have to trust, and everyone played the game. And I was the lucky one here, you know, because everyone said, oh my God, everyone is on the boat and everyone is going in the good direction. So it was cool.
Well, guys, we got to wrap up. So hope you all have a good night, and congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
Thank you.